When we last left off, Eric froze a man in bed. I think that's about all the context you need in that one.
That's a very Eric thing to do.
Yeah.
This man was the arsonist that burned down the Dolby Inn in Torrington. And you also learned that he took Gumley and delivered him to somebody who took him to one of the experimentation labs that you know about, but you don't know exactly where. In addition,
one that we were locked in, that we like blew the wall out of to escape.
Man, shit got really TBS while I was gone.
Yeah.
In addition, Pirate Chris ended up going to the orc camp and recruiting a bunch of orcs to fight
Come
against
after us. Great. That's going to be fun to deal with.
What did he recruit the orcs to do? I actually can't remember.
He convinced...
Be our best friends, and...
No, I feel like it
No.
wasn't that.
It was not that. He convinced them that we were murderers who killed Gumley. So they're now going to come after us and try to kill us.
All right, well, we'll go with that. That's canon.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that was canon anyways, but...
Chris, where are you driving?
Northern California. We already addressed this before you got here.
You were late.
Yeah,
Go to
Ryan.
the the night and
You love
weed.
late to shit, Brian.
Robin, who are you playing?
I'm gonna play Ginger. She's the guinea pig witch.
Oh.
Aww.
Eric.
Hi.
Hi. Who is your character, and why were you making all those rolls in the rolls channel?
Who is your father and what does he do?
I never knew my father. I'm playing Dr. Richland Buttstuffins.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, boy. Getting rich off those drugs.
I was trying to figure out why my mouse wasn't working, and I realized it's not plugged in.
Oh, good job.
Oof, ouchie, my mousey.
Oh, God.
Irene.
I'm playing Kyrene the Halfling Monk.
Classic go-to.
Yep.
Aubrey?
Not dead yet.
We'll see. Maybe this week.
Don't.
I didn't know it was a challenge, but...
No.
Aubrey?
Don't be doing that.
I am playing Hazelnut the Halfling Druid.
I guess if I wanted to kill Kyrene, I could just encourage you to come on Friday nights and play with Tim.
Oh, fuck no.
You guys are in this room with this guy that's just been frozen in bed. What do you want to do?
Shatter him.
No. We're not shattering him.
No, we're not shattering him.
He's already frozen.
No.
No, no more killing. No.
He's already dead, probably.
Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah.
I don't know, where did I do my dice? There. We had the art book. How silly. Oh, this one. Ooh. 21.
What are you doing?
I'm seeing if he's still alive.
Oh. Kind of difficult to tell in this case of ice. I'll say,
I'll say, no.
I'm going to say that you would know enough to know that He doesn't got any air in there.
Cool. I can't do anything.
Hooray!
I mean, I can punch the ice, but
I can, but I don't think it would be very helpful given the fact that he's sort of encased in ice.
yeah, you're right. Wait, what's my jug do? Hold on. Oh, jeez.
Gosh.
What the fuck?
Ow.
Ooh.
Oh.
There's a lot of weird oohing and eyeing coming from the microphones, but nothing else.
I'm looking at my
Ooh.
I'm looking at my alchemy jug. No, I can't do anything with it. Okay. I mean, there's oil, but
We could pour the oil on him and set him on fire.
No.
For arson, I like that.
arson? Excellent.
Psychologically speaking, revenge rarely brings the catharsis that we hope for.
He has a point. I got torch, but it's gonna take too long. We can just leave him to melt. It'll be fine.
I agree.
But if you leave him melt, won't he set more shit on fire?
That's if he survives without air. Because technically, right now, he has no air.
Yeah, by that time, he'll most likely be frozen to death anyway.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. Where did he say the laboratory was?
He didn't. So this is the letter.
Oh, this yeah, letter. The thing I looked at once and then like, fuck it.
TRT-ATH-13, which you assume must be him. Your next assignment is of the highest importance. You are to set fire to the Dolby Inn in Torrington. Make it look like an accident. In addition, it's imperative that you deliver to us one of the employees, preferably one who's familiar with their guests and the regulars who frequent the bar. TRT-SNT-6 will be taking them to TRT-LB8, and he specifically told you he didn't know what TRT-LB8 even was.
I'll say something Lab 8.
I need not remind you that the failure in this matter will not end well for you, but should you succeed, you could be looking at a promotion in your near future. I'll put in a good word for you. A success for you looks good for me as well. I'm counting on you. Don't screw this up. TRT-PRL10.
Torrington. Okay. So they know about us. That's great.
Yep, you recall that you overheard them talking in the restaurant at the Prestige about how they believe that you guys are against them and that you're plotting stuff and trying to undermine them, and that your headquarters were at the Dolby Inn, which probably incited them to set fire to it and kidnap this poor bellboy.
Oh, poor bellboy.
At one point, they also discussed putting someone on your tail and sending you basically spies to report back.
Oh, yes, because then the character Eric was playing kept shouting the Port Authority over and over again. Although I is Eric.
The Port Authority is important.
Yeah, but we didn't need people after us when it was just two of us.
Sure we did. Now we know that they're there.
Your common knowledge is that you know there's something up with the obelisk in town. You know that they've navigated through the sewers, and generally that's how they get to the laboratories. And you know that there were some other places to get to the labs from whence you came. You knew of that one that you ended up destroying, where you broke the wall. And you know that a lot of higher-ups are involved now.
Sorry, I'm looking at monk quotes.
The higher-ups that you know about are Jamet Ingood, who was in charge of the...
God damn it. I'm leaving.
She's in charge of land management. You know of... The note stated that Jean-Claude was involved. You knew he was the rival of Chris's character. You are familiar with...
Icon Chartwell?
I don't remember if you knew Icon Chartwell. You definitely know Jackson Jacksoff.
God.
I hate these so much. Why?
I do
Why are you
too.
you?
God damn it.
Oh, and Mike Crotchiches.
You should get that checked.
Yeah, you really should, Brian.
He was in charge of manning the railroad project.
Well, Ginger knows how to remove curse, so I can only help you if it's cursed.
Chris, don't encourage him.
Ooh, I like paired tasties.
I bet you do.
Tasties.
I'm sure.
That's
it's obviously a dick
accurate
joke.
as hell.
Brian doesn't know what any movies are, though. So.
Any good movies. I haven't restarted my computer in like a month. It keeps trying to be like, hey, start me. And I'm like, snooze. Oops.
Oh, excellent. I put on D100 chart for something. I'm excited to use it.
Oh my god. I like that one. So do we need to go to the other place and burn it down?
Well,
Is that what we're doing?
I already destroyed the accounting for the Prestige.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You completely ruined their books.
I ruined their books.
You also stole their wine.
Yeah, I thought... Yes, we did steal the wine, that's right. And we killed the bartender.
No, he got knocked out.
Did he get up again?
You never knock him down.
We didn't stay along. Stay
We ain't
around
never
long
gonna
enough to
keep
find
him
out.
down.
Did someone impaired touch him, though?
Yeah, until he was at 0.
Eric, if you were impulsive, what would you do right now?
If I was impulsive?
Burn it all down.
Yeah, he would.
Eric is impulsive. Why ask him, like, if he were?
I didn't want to hurt his fifis.
No, I would look for the
He hurts his own
deed to the
fifis.
house, and then I can sell the house later.
Hey, that's actually a good idea.
All right, Irene, what would you do?
Well, we already know they're after our tail, so I guess we go talk to... Wait, do we know where John Claude is?
So the note that you got specifically stated Torrington University.
Okay.
Let's go learn.
Yeah, let's go learn some knowledge, you guys. So, no matter how tall the mountain is, it cannot block the sun.
Do I have that listed? Hold on.
Oh, do you?
I don't know, Irene. I'm looking. Nope. So I'm going to say the Torrington University is further up the river past the track and arena.
Okay. Should we head there?
Probably.
Let's go learn some things, guys.
So,
Psh, as if Torrington University could teach us anything.
I think that on your way there, you should all roll perception checks.
Okay, here we go.
Racing says pass. Oh no. Guys,
19.
They're sexy of you, Brian. Oh, that's good. Perception. That's going to be a 10.
Oh shit! What do I add?
I don't see shit.
19.
Attention.
I see the road.
I legit stared at my 14 for a good second or so before I realized that I needed to add something to it.
But Stuffins and Ginger, as you guys are crossing the brand new Torrington Railroad tracks, you hear these like footsteps kind of rumbling along down the tracks from a great distance. It sounds like a group of people rather than a train.
You're a
Your tracks kind of they go a long ways, but then they go around a bend in the trees and you can't really see after that. But you have a feeling that whatever it is, it's not far around that bend.
Is it just around the river band?
Is there a cute little raccoon?
An annoying hummingbird?
Do you continue on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you ignore it and you keep going. When you get to the Torrington University, there are a number of buildings, since this is kind of a campus. From what you know about this guy, you would assume he's in wherever they would have the history classes, most likely.
Are there, like, people about?
There's, like, students walking around.
I'm gonna stop and ask, where are the history classes usually taking place?
He says, "Oh, hey, man, I'm a cool kid that does college. Like, so I would know the answer to that. It's building 4.
Thank you.
It's probably locked up.
Thanks
You
a lot.
know? It's actually like 9 o'clock at night or something by now." Peace.
Again, thank you.
He throws his skateboard down and skates off.
Because he throws a skateboard at her. Thank you.
Before he takes off, Hazelnut goes, "Oh, thanks!" And out of nowhere, she just throws a frisbee at him. You don't know where she got it. She just does it.
He does a flip as he catches it out of midair and then turns his hat backwards.
Hazelnut will do the same in recognition.
He's probably going to go off and do college, so you guys are free to roam around. You can see the buildings pretty clearly labeled at their front doors, and they've got signs listing kind of what they're about, but definitely see the big number 4.
Go open the door.
You can tell the brain's never been to a college.
Brian got home colleged.
gonna be my line when I go do online classes. I'm gonna go do college.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
I'm gonna do
guys.
college now.
But
But
The building beckons.
I'm gonna go try the door.
It opens.
Locked my ass. Alright. I'm gonna enter.
Okay. The building's not difficult to navigate. It's just probably, I'll say it's very loud and typey.
kinda.
So there's a typing tutor class nearby.
So loud.
So I'll say it's shaped kind of like a capital H, and you guys are going in the first line of this H. And as you walk down the hallway, you could go until you see the history classroom and check on that door. Pretty clearly labeled.
Yeah, try the door.
It's unlocked!
One day spent our unlocked door us.
You waltz right inside, or what?
Can I do a perception check before I do?
It has windows.
Okay. I'm gonna try peeking in.
Peek in the window.
Peeking in the window.
Are you rolling?
Oh, I should turn that. Ooh. Dirty 20.
You see nobody inside.
No one's here.
There's a big chalkboard that's got like some sort of crudely I'd say probably average artist level of drawings of these artifacts. A little bit
So
cartoony.
Brian's drawing.
Yeah,
I am
Brian's
above
style.
average.
I'm gonna enter.
You enter in and you see nobody in there. It's a kind of a large auditorium, and you see at the podium that from where you're standing at the back of this auditorium, you can see it goes down the steps to the floor below where the guy would speak, and you see on the podium that there's some papers clearly kind of strewn about, and then there's a big long desk to your left side that has some papers, and there are probably a lot of chairs that have gum under them.
Okay. I'm gonna go check the desk.
Okay.
I don't know what the others are doing.
Yeah, I'll need your positions. Where are you guys gonna be?
I'll probably follow along, but kind of keep towards the back of the party.
Richland is kind of walking along by like where the teacher would be, and tutting a lot.
Are you with us, Aubrey?
I think Aubrey died.
She just has a
Aubrey,
bad
come
connection. I
back.
think she's trying to figure it out.
She's doing college right now.
Because of my ghostly bond, I can detect dangerous magic and sense magical traps.
are you guys
so I
trying to talk to me
sense-
just because I'm breaking up for shit?
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll try and change the server for you real quick. See what happens.
While I did that, I'm gonna go grab a beer.
I just finished my beer.
Ryan!
It was room temperature. I didn't love it.
What room temperature?
Say something, Aubrey.
You're lighting up, but I can't hear you.
Okay, what about...
Oh, there we go.
There you are.
Oh,
Okay, alright, are we good?
Yes.
I think
So,
so.
Hazelnut, where are you standing? Or what are you doing in this room or out of the room or whatever?
That fix lasted a long time.
Chris, you're supposed to be driving.
Leave me alone!
Aubrey.
So she's just kind of... She's just gonna start poking around at the papers that she sees. Like, she's not reading them, she's just kind of like doing that thing where she just like picks them up and looks at them upside down and then puts them back down again.
Okay, so everybody's in the room. You guys at the desk, you kind of start sorting through these papers, and you see that a lot of them are about a lesson, and they're talking about geological artifacts and just kind of boring history stuff. Some of it is kind of pertaining to the area of Torrington, and a lot of it is kind of about other continents. And then I think that you guys should roll investigation.
I can do that.
You're at the podium, you silly goose.
So,
What was the roll? Perception?
Investigation.
Investigation. Oh, and did you
Ooh,
say something about
investigation.
a ghostly bond?
Yeah, what did you say about a ghostly bond?
Robin was saying something about it.
I did. Because I can detect dangerous magic and sense magical traps, structures, or objects within 30 feet of me.
Is that a thing you have to activate, or is it always on?
Not sure. It's been a really long time since I've even looked at this character. I just picked it up and decided I'm going with it.
I rolled a nat 1, but I'm going to re-roll that. Nope, still a nat 1. Okay. I see shit.
I'm
Fuck you guys.
Googling it real fast.
I'm investigating the shit out of this podium. Here's gas.
Kyrene, you notice
University.
Kyrene, you notice a doodle of a dick drawing.
I go, nice.
It's bothering you because the balls are completely like, one's way too big, one's way too small. And
Oh
you're worried,
no, it's disproportionate. Oh,
you're worried that maybe he has some sort of medical issue.
Brian! No. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Okay. Which class?
But Stuffins, on this podium, you happen to catch the name Neverwinter Jones, and as you and it's kind of written aggressively, like almost like he did it in a fit of emotion, like he was angry or something. And as you move the papers aside to read a continuation of like what's underneath it, you find some jottings down of a particular artifact, and it looks like it's located somewhere around the vicinity of Torrington. It's
Okay,
going.
so-
So it's a. I'll say it. Name a type of jewelry.
Brooch.
It is a brooch. He's
Oh.
talking
Look
about
at
it.
that.
That was a good guess, Eric.
Wow! Who'd have thought?
If I was impulsive, I would say this is a brooch that he's looking for. I say as I wave the paper around to people.
Oh. I found a penis drawing with very bad balls. That's what I found.
That also might come in handy later. Keep that on your person.
found some
I'd
of these
rather
papers.
not.
No,
Are you
no,
just-
it'll be fine.
Are you just gonna take these notes, Eric?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You think I give a shit about the Torrington University? It's garbage.
Appears a large dot. What on earth?
It's for the witch class.
Which attune to more.
It's like a familiar, right?
Yeah, but
So
it
he's
can
walking.
send-
He's walking around with you right now.
Always. He's my mount
Aww.
because I'm a guinea pig.
Aww.
I'm like a foot tall.
There you go, Brian.
No,
Just for you, buddy.
that was for your head cannon. I didn't need to see it.
Well,
Those
too bad.
balls aren't nearly bad enough.
Okay, I
Acts
can
like
redraw
he's
it.
never seen a penis before. Brian.
Just because that's our mascot doesn't mean we like to see him.
You did this to me, Brian. You made me draw it.
Oh my goodness. Everybody roll perception checks.
10.
Okay. Every time I look at my screen, I see that, and I hate it.
I'll just leave in a second. Hold on. I'll put the book away. Oh, I'm deleting it. No one wants to see your spam, Brian.
His balls are different.
What are we? Okay, it doesn't matter.
Someone just wants to see a penis, apparently.
Perception was a 7.
Hazelnut, you suddenly hear footsteps walking in the hallway.
Oh, shit.
Guys, I suddenly heard I suddenly heard hazelnut. Steps.
There we go. What's going on? Okay, Karine is going to hide underneath the desk. This is rolling better. Okay. 16 to hide.
Okay, I need to tell you, this isn't like a enclosed desk. It's kind of table-ish, like 4 legs.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
If
Do
you're
I
looking
have
for, okay, so if you're looking for places to hide, I'll tell you there's. I'll say that the chalkboard does have curtains, almost stage-like. It looks like. And then there's a couple, probably. There's a couple closets on the side, and there is
I'll have you
one.
have the
There's
chalkboard.
one exit door down by the podium area. The other 2 exit doors are up at the top of the seats.
yeah, I'm gonna hide behind the chalkboard.
Okay.
Hazelnut is going to wild shape into a cute little rat, into like a little kangaroo rat. Still
Wow,
with the
okay.
hat, still with a little teeny cactus.
Aww.
And she's gonna hide under the desk.
What do you do, butt stuffins?
I look around at everyone and go, "Why are you all? What's going on? Why are you being all jumpy all of a sudden?"
And Ginger.
I'm going to spell, but I'm making it up real fast. Sorry. So I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Nice.
Very nice.
Jean-Claude appears in the doorway, and he looks down and he sees Dr. Butt Stuffins standing at the podium, and he clears his throat and he says, what the hell did I ever make him sound like? Well, this is the new canon. He says, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. There's something I could do for you.
I don't think so. No, I think there's very little this university can do for me, actually.
He's going to start
And I'll
walking
just-
down the steps. You do what?
I'm gonna start walking out.
Out the side exit door?
Yep.
Okay. He's going to look at you strangely as you do so. And Ginger, you see him walk down to the front. Where is this kangaroo thingy?
What kangaroo thing?
Aubrey turned into a
She's
kangaroo.
just like in a corner.
Aubrey's a rat.
Kangaroo rat.
Are you in plain sight, or are you hiding behind stuff?
She's not being blatant about the fact that she's there, but she's not trying to hide, but like being inconspicuous.
All right. Well, I'm going to roll a perception check then. He watches Butt Stuffins leave the room, and then he goes down to his podium and he starts shuffling through, or he actually starts gathering his notes. And then he goes to the desk and he starts gathering those, and as he's putting them in the bag, he happens to glance over and notice you, and you see him. He reacts surprised, but relatively calm, as if he's used to seeing strange things, and he walks over and he bends down and he kind of gestures his hand out towards you and says, "There's a good lad. Come here."
She'll step onto it.
What on earth are you doing? He's going to clutch you in his grasp, and then I think he's going to...
Oh no!
How big are you? How big is a kangaroo rat?
This kangaroo rat is probably about the size of a standard person's fist, so...
Okay, yeah, he's going to toss you into his bag as well.
Oh no!
He buttons you up, and he takes you, you feel him kind of walking up the stairs.
Oh, I want to follow.
This is a big open
She's just
auditorium,
gonna
so
go
you would...
nuts. Start
Yeah.
squeaking.
Oh God, why?
Damn.
You're grounded. Go the fuck away.
He makes it to the auditorium door behind all the seats up at the top of the steps. Ginger, do you do anything?
I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
I'm invisible for an hour while I concentrate on it, so.
All right. And then, Kyrene, do you do anything?
I'm gonna follow. Should I roll stealth?
Yeah. And in the
Okay.
meantime, what are you doing, Butt Stuffins?
Stuffing full of drugs.
Butt Stuffins, you find yourself just outside this building. You'd have to go around the corner to get in the doorway of the far hall, which is where this guy is going to end up. What do you want to do?
Am I like outside right now?
Yep, outside the building.
I'm just gonna go walk over to the main entrance and sort of lean on my cane and wait for the rest to come out.
You're kind of in the middle of this capital H, so there's the entrance where you guys came in, which would, if you turn towards the building, to be on your right, and then there's the other entrance, which would be on your left. You have no idea where this guy is going to go or what's going on inside, so I guess you just pick one at random?
Yeah, the main entrance that we walked in originally.
Okay, you're going to go to the right. All right, so what was your roll? 22? Okay, so that's good stealth. You'll be fine. You two follow this
Yay.
guy out, and he actually goes down the middle line of this H instead of making his way to one of the exits. I think, Butt Stuffins, are you just casually walking, or did you book it?
Oh no, I'm definitely just casually walking.
Okay. By the time you get to the H, you don't really see anything. If you were to go inside, you maybe could hear footsteps. The others of you, if you follow him out, he goes across this line of this capital H to the far side, and then he goes out an exit door. And if you follow him to the door, you can see out through the window, he goes across this kind of courtyard to a horse and a buggy.
Still squeaking, but she doesn't have the heart to drop her wild shape and break this guy's bag.
How far away is this horse and buggy from me?
You won't see it because it's on the far side of the building from you. I would say several hundred feet.
Well, all right then. I'll just wait for my friends to come back.
Okay, if they do. Did you go inside, or are you just waiting at the door through the window?
I'm just waiting at the door.
Okay. That's where he's going. Where did you guys follow him? How far did you get?
I'm gonna keep following him.
All the way out this far side of the
yeah.
Okay. All right. Why don't you roll a perception check, Eric?
Okay, Brian. 15?
I'll say you pick up the faint sound of a exterior door closing.
I'll kind of like look in the window and see if I can see anyone coming, and then be like, "Oh, they must have gone out the far door." And I'll kind of hop on over and see if they're over at the other.
Yeah, when you follow the sound, you find that you peer around the corner and you see him getting into this carriage, and then you see Kyrene kind of crouched behind a big bush.
I'll walk over to Kyrene, I guess.
Casually.
Just casually walk over.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a perception.
Great.
That's valid.
Okay, continue.
How far away is the cart from me?
From where you are, 100 feet.
100 feet?
Across the big courtyard.
Could do that, but... Step of the wind. Oh, I can only move double my speed. Fuck. Okay. It's too far, Brian. God.
It's a big campus. This is way bigger than my homeschool campus.
Probably bigger than my campus.
Oh my god. I see, but something's coming towards me.
Yeah, he's not even being stealthy.
I'm gonna point to the carriage.
I mean, he clearly sees it. What are you doing during all this time, Ginger?
I'm probably going to try to, like, infiltrate the cart while I'm invisible.
Okay, so you follow pretty closely behind him, and when he gets on, there's definitely room for you to climb up the buckboard or whatever.
Okay.
It's just a two-man cart, but there is a seat on, like a board on the back you could just sit on.
I'm gonna have my bar guest follow, but at a distance and stealthily.
Oh, is that invisible too, or just wandering around?
I didn't specify, so you can just say he's not invisible if you want to, because you don't have to give me free stuff.
I think he would see him. Does he just look like a normal dog?
No.
He's weird.
He's like black and shadowy with red eyes.
Okay.
Excellent.
I think that would make him even more hasty. He would probably hop on his cart and kind of be like, yeah, you know, Just want to get out of there.
I'm gonna make a run for the cart.
Okay.
Get on the cart. Get on the cart.
I'm gonna try.
He just got a nat 1 for perception, so you don't even have to roll stealth.
Excellent.
What kind of great escape shit is this?
Can I detect his thoughts?
Just so you know, there are a couple other horses tied to this post that probably
shit.
belong to other staff or something.
I'm gonna take a horse.
A whole horse.
What are you doing, Bud Stuffins?
I'm gonna reach down and scoop up a handful of pebbles and cast magic stone on them. And then I am gonna whip it at
Whip it good.
one of the wheels for the carriage.
Whip it good.
What does magic stone do?
Da-na-na-na.
It means I can basically use it as a thrown weapon, but I use my spell modifier instead of my strength. And then it'll deal 1d6 plus spell modifier.
What's the distance? What's the range?
60 feet.
Okay, why don't you roll an athletics check to see if you can catch up to this card enough to throw it.
17.
Why don't you roll in
Did
2,
you have to
Irene?
chuck it across the room?
Why don't you roll in 2, Irene?
Okay. Perception?
No, this is athletics.
Athletics. Oh. That's what. Shoot, I got 9.
Okay.
But I am going for a horse.
You see, because of this dog, his horse starts kind of reacting to it, and he's trying to get it under control. So you guys have some time to catch up, but Stuffins is booking it, and you get in range to launch this rock if you choose to.
Yeah. 16 to hit.
Not quite.
Ah.
The fuck kind of AC is this cart?
Brian, can I take a dash action to move double 35 to get closer to the cart faster?
Hold on, let me do one thing real quick.
Okay. Good. I need to do both anyways.
We'll see. You said 16?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was a 16 to hit.
All right, we'll call that a meat beat.
Beat the meat?
I call something very
Right, not
different
here.
to beat me.
What did you say, Irene? What are you doing?
I'm going to take a dash action to
Oh,
move
okay.
70 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get right up close to this parking lot as he starts pulling out. What happens with this wheel in the rock?
I hit the wheel for 3 damage. Bonk.
It bonks. You see it take a chip out of this wheel. This guy starts pulling out onto the main road, and Kyrene, you finally reach the horse.
I am going to jump on it.
Okay.
Jump right on the horse.
Animal handling. Hazelnut, you sense that this bag has been set down, and you feel the motion of this carriage, and you hear it all rolling and stuff, and the horse kind of...
17.
Okay.
She's flipping the fuck out. Just like the squeaks. Like she's trying to like. Could she try to like worm her way out of the top?
If you want to. That sounds like it would probably be athletics.
Oh no, okay. That's an 8.
Oh.
That's not very good.
What's not?
I'm going to say that you can't quite get this flap to give enough for you to squeeze out. You're sitting on the back, Ginger. Why don't you do athletics to hold on? Is there anything particular that you want to do back there?
No, just be in the cart so I know where he's going.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you do athletics to hold on to this thing? Or a strength check.
That's a 6, friend.
Oh no.
Yeah, he takes a very sharp turn, and you start to feel your grip slip. And this thing lunges suddenly as you topple off the back. And then if you can hear another horse approaching, and if you turn around, you see Kyrene on this one coming up towards you.
Oh boy. I'll go to my dog, I guess, and ride the dog.
All right. We got a horse and a dog. What are you doing, Butt Stuffins?
How far away is the carriage right now for me?
At the rate you are running, I'll say 60 feet.
And I'm no longer invisible. I fell off the cart, so I rolled a concentration check. And I rolled
okay.
Oh. No, I don't care. I open it.
Perfect. So I am going to continue chasing after it a little bit, and I'm going to start throwing the second stone, but instead of using my magic stone, I'm going to cast catapult on it.
All right.
What are you casting?
Wait,
Catapult.
what?
I'm catapulting this stone into the wheel. So if it were to hit a living thing, I think it would be a dexterity check. But since it's not, it's just 3d8 bludgeoning damage to the wheel and to the rock. So both are gonna take 8 damage.
No, Skype. I don't want you open.
You can see one of the spokes of this wheel just completely shatter under the weight of this rock. And at this point, he hears it, and he turns around, and he sees the splinters of wood, and he looks back, and he sees you. And he
I'm going to start, like, waving at him. Like, hey!
Okay. Hold on, let me...
Wait, I do need help. Hold on.
High or low, Eric?
Always high.
What?
Wow, 104. He screeches to a stop, and you hear the wheels kind of skid across this gravel, and Aubrey,
the bag flies.
yeah, Hazelnut, the bag kind of starts to fly off the seat, and he grabs it quickly, and then you feel him set it back in place as you kind of hear him get off this cart and crunch his feet through the gravel back to where Butt Stuffins is. So you have an opportunity to do something, and then Butt Stuffins, you have an opportunity to do something.
You're gonna try to get out of the bag again.
Okay, another athletics.
Okay,
Try to do it.
please. 16.
Hold on. I don't remember what I... Oh, yeah. Yeah, this flap manages to budge just enough that you're able to squeeze out the side split, like, crack of it. It's almost like a messenger bag. And you get out. And he says, I'm sorry, did you need something? Is that your dog?
I'm gonna turn and see the dog and go, "Oh, Jesus!" no, and I kind of jog up to him and hands on my knees, breathing heavy, and just, one of your wheels is damaged. I tried to catch you before you left, but your horse seemed a little spooked by something.
He's going to eye it again. If that's not your... And then he's going to notice... Wait, Ginger, you're riding on top of it, right?
Yeah. No. I'm on my dog.
Yeah. Yeah, so he sees that this dog has a guinea pig on top of it.
Yeah, with a witch hat.
With a witch hat.
That's so
It has little
cute.
stars and moons on.
Oh my god, I love it.
I don't know what's going on here, but I hope that dog keeps its distance. He's going to examine his wheel. Oof. Looks like I lost one of my spokes.
Well, not to worry. Luckily for you, I actually am quite good at fixing things.
I would appreciate the help. I'm in a hurry.
Yes, should only be a few minutes. In fact, I can say it will be 1 to 10 minutes.
He's going to start watching Butt Stuffin's work. What are you doing in the meantime, Hazelnut?
Hazelnut.
Isn't it?
And also Kyrene.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Oh, yeah.
She's just trying to get out of the cart, but in her panic, she has forgotten that she can change back into a halfling. So she's just fucking panicking, trying to find a way out of this cart.
I have
How
seen...
far away am I?
I mean, you're on a horse, and he stopped, so you can catch up to him.
Okay, I wonder if I can do it stealthily. That's a problem.
No, there's no stealth at this point.
Okay.
I
I'm
can bring
gonna
a
bring
dog
it
up
up.
to the other side, and maybe she can jump on.
I'll just have like a random flying horse. I like the idea. Can I do that?
Sorry, do what?
Ride past on the horse, but jump off and onto the dog.
How big is this dog?
Big enough, Brian.
I don't know. The description just says it's a huge dog.
Oh. Look at it again.
Barguests are pretty large.
Yeah.
How big is Kyrene?
She is
A 3-foot tall halfling.
3'3". So I'm small.
Oh no, I have
Let's
the
do it.
virus.
Look, you're gonna have to stay on that side of the microphone, Brian.
Please.
That is...
I've been coughing all day.
6 feet from my image on the screen.
Sir, you need to back up.
These dogs are terrifying. All right, Kyrene, I'll say it's big enough for you to ride.
Yes.
Did you look up what a barghest looks like?
Yeah, I just looked up pictures. They're horrible.
Fun fact, Brian, you just fought Barguests yesterday.
No, stop it. Stop it, Eric.
Eric, no.
No.
Yeah,
thought we
it
were-
was the Barghest Goblin tribe.
Thought we were fighting Nilbogs.
Nilbog is what Cheesemo was.
Oh.
He once
This
ate a
is-
whole a whole rock by himself.
This is my game.
God.
Get your game out of here.
No.
Alright. How are you doing on this repair?
I'm casting Mending. So, it is 1 minute of magical fixing.
Okay. What are you guys doing in the
Um,
meantime, dog riders?
Oh my god. So I also looked up a Barghest, and it's like bigger than a dog. It's like it looks bigger than a human.
It's
like a.
I
it's
think
like
they're
a-
supposed to be like wolf-sized.
It's like a panther wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so
With
cool
like a
looking.
bat base.
I got the Mystical Monsters one.
Here, I thought I invented a bat dog for this game, and there was a Barghest there the whole time.
No, only once we played Ginger. We had the bat dog before I played this character, and we did the entire guinea pig episode. Yeah, this thing's huge. I had no idea it was that big.
Looks so
There's a
cool.
little
Now.
guinea pig riding on it with a witch hat.
I love it so much.
I'm terribly sorry for this inconvenience. As soon as you're done, I'll be on my way. Here you go, and he gives you 20 gold pieces.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. If you don't mind me asking, where are you off to in such a rush?
Oh, I just have to meet somebody.
Um.
Irene is going to sneak onto the cart.
Okay. You went from the horse to the dog to the cart?
Yep.
Oh, droll. Sorry, I'm looking through my inventory, and all I'm seeing is characters.
So I'm trying to figure out that he's staring there watching him fix this wheel. That would be one hell of a stealth check if you're going to get on this cart without him noticing. Dare I say impossible?
Roll a nat 20.
Right.
Please.
I rolled one earlier, and then I looked up what my ability does, and Brian never told me what I saw, so...
No. Since he says it's possible, I'm not gonna do that then. I'll stay on the dog.
Okay. Once the minute passes, so I mean, you guys got to tell me if you're going to do anything, because I'm just going to move it forward. Once the minute passes, he's going to get on his cart.
I'm gonna coax Hazelnut to jump onto the dog, because she's a tiny rat.
I think he's going to nod at you politely, like you guys are just watching this repair happen. So I don't think he's going to think anything of you standing there. Oh, you're a guinea pig, so it won't matter. Anyway, you can get her on discreetly.
Hazelnut even see her?
They're just-
She's less than a foot tall and inside. She
Oh.
probably can't see a guinea pig,
there's
regardless of the dog that it's on.
there's some headcanon issues because I envisioned this as an open cart with just like a two-seater, not enclosed.
Oh, okay.
It's not enclosed?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my bad. It's not a carriage.
That hooked me up too. Okay.
No, I thought it was like a covered wagon, but without the cover, is what I thought
Gotcha.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of a seat and then kind of a place to put your feet, and that's about it. It's all open sky.
So she's gonna try to jump onto the dog.
Even if you were to miss, it wouldn't hurt you if you hit the ground and you climbed up him. So no problem doing that. And then a minute passes, and he's going to get on his cart, and he says, "I thank you, sir." And he tips his hat again, and he's going to start riding off. What do you guys do?
Hazelnut's still a rat.
I think we should wait until he gets several feet in front of us, and then we follow discreetly.
I like that idea.
Okay. Why don't you roll perception? Or why don't you roll stealths?
Oh, why are everything's rolling shit today? 17.
Alright.
15?
2 rodents in the party.
Did any of you get below a 6?
No.
Nope.
Maybe. No.
I think he's rolling.
Yeah, I just rolled. It was a 16.
Roll?
You guys follow this gentleman and down the road, and surprisingly, or maybe not so surprisingly, he does not make his way towards any neighborhood that you know of. He starts going out towards the country, and then he goes into the woods, and eventually you see him dismount, and he's in kind of, it's not a clearing, but it's sort of a place in the woods where the trees aren't quite as clustered, and he gets down and he starts he ties his horse to a tree, and he gets a bush and he kind of moves it aside, and he starts to go down into a tunnel. And he's got his bag with him.
Oh, we had to follow him to that cave.
Hold up. Okay. You crit failed your stealth.
What?
Oh no. How does the rat crit fail?
What?
I imagine you could barely see the rat in all of the black fur.
Yeah, I appreciate the honesty. I think that their concealment, since you're riding on the dog with them, is going to be your concealment as well.
We're just riding and the rat is screaming for no reason.
He hears you hiccup in the distance. No, here's what I'm gonna say happens. When you see that he dismounts and he actually opens his bag because he's noticed that you stopped screaming, and he notices that you're not there, and then you're gonna see him kind of curse, and he continues down the hole, but he knows you're not with him anymore.
Oh, no.
Hooray! Orange juice.
Orange juice.
Orange juice!
I'll be back.
Orange juice.
Oh, I know. So Hazelnut can't talk at the moment. She's a bit rat at the moment.
The older juice made that. Huh? The older juice made we have orange juice. So we're like, orange juice.
We heard that too.
So Hazelnut is just gonna like look at the guinea pig and is gonna look at Ginger and then just do like this weird like, listen, we're both rodents with hats here. We can understand each other. She's just gonna do like a head jerk and then a questioning look, like, should I follow him?
Does Ginger respond?
Oh, well, yeah. I'm sorry, I was kind of distracted by all the talking in the background.
Stop trying to eavesdrop, Robin.
It's not, I don't do it on purpose, I swear. I get lost in the chaos and kind of lose focus.
Oh, cool. My microphone's not muted the whole time.
Right. Yep. We heard everything.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just gonna be like, should I follow him?
Are we filming? Yeah, we should follow. Dude, I got my beer.
Did
When
you get
you-
orange juice?
When you approach this tunnel and you kind of push this bush aside, you notice that it goes down a ways crudely, but then when it gets to the bottom, you see there's kind of a plank walkway, almost like they put down some wood to just make it stable, and you can hear his footsteps clip-clopping across this walkway inside. It gets really dark. Do you guys have lighting?
I can't see in the dark.
I think I can see in the dark.
So I
I
can.
see in the dark.
I don't think so.
It's
Do
dark.
halflings have dark vision?
It's
No,
dark
we don't.
anyway, because this is like probably 10 at night by now.
No, halflings have no dark vision.
Um,
Yeah.
I like chili.
Damn.
Well, how about it? Do you or don't you?
I am looking for some CRs real quick.
I can't cast light or anything helpful, so.
She's laughing on. Goddamn.
You cannot.
They're
Irene.
shopping. Yes.
Irene, just tell us if you like chili or not.
I do actually. It's pretty good. She's got chili. Don't worry, guys. We got chili here.
Mm. How did it fly speed? That's not a bad choice.
Oh, I have to have the guinea pig guide me.
I don't have dark vision. My dog probably does. I don't know.
Okay, so we'll just stay on the dog. That's cool. That's fine.
Shit, my dog can probably track. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
No.
I am going to beast shape into a poisonous snake.
You just flip to a random one. I'm gonna be a snake.
I was
Yes.
looking for low CR monsters, and it was like I could be a skeleton or a rat or a snake, and snakes have blind sight, so I figured that was a good choice.
All right.
It probably is.
If you guys start to head down this tunnel, you can hear voices talking far into the distance, and you still hear him walking towards them, and then you hear his voice ring out in the darkness, but you can't quite make out what he says because it's all just echo and hollow and reverby.
I can't turn into a snake because snakes have swim speeds. So I turn into a rat.
Oh my
We're the cutest.
I'm confused. It has a walk speed too.
Yeah, but I only have like 2 levels in Druid, so I can't turn into anything with a swim speed.
I see.
What is Richland?
He's a half-elf Druid wizard.
Oh, nice.
Technically, he's a wizard who has his doctorate in Druidic architecture from the Torrington University of Natural and Technological Sciences.
Whoa, you're from Coddington?
Yep.
Wow.
Cow.
That's why he doesn't like the Torrington University.
As you guys continue to follow him, you start to see light at the end of the tunnel, and you see some silhouettes moving in the distance. It looks like it goes around a corner, but you see their shadows kind of on the wall briefly. And then if you get closer to this corner, you can make out what they're saying. And they're talking about...
Us.
What are they talking about? Hold on a second. Let me roll dice.
Okay, John Lakes. What am I doing? Cup punchers.
You do. You actually, yes, you do hear them talking about the Port Authority.
No, you did do it, Eric.
I'm a rat, so the best I could do is.
You guys are close to this corner. What do you want to do? Their voices are starting to move off into the distance.
Follow. Sneakily.
Fall sneakily, yeah.
As you peer around this corner, you see a few different rooms down this hallway, and it's very similar to what you remember from the lab that you were in. And each room, you are going to guess, contains some beds and bodies and tools and scientists and things, potentially. Maybe some... If it's anything like the lab you were in before, you'd have to continue down this hallway to get to the cages where they lock people up. Which happens to be where you see these figures walking down towards the cages, and then suddenly they veer right into one of the rooms. And now, as far as you can tell, there's no one around.
I want to find...
Let's find Gumley.
I'd like to cast invisibility on myself again.
Okay.
And run around and investigate to see which room he's in.
Okay. Are the others of you just going to wait for her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hazelnut is doing.
What's Hazelnut doing?
She's doing the same thing. She's just she didn't cast invisibility, but she's just investigating in general. Still is a rat, but
I got a 17.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll go with them, since I'm also a rat boy. But I mostly just don't want them to get too far away that we won't know where they are.
Oh boy, I'm hungry.
There are 6 rooms, 3 to the left, 3 to the right. In each of these rooms, you see various different stages of experimentation. You do see some strange-looking creatures on some of these tables, and some of them look dead, some of them look like they might be sleeping. It's a little hard to tell from here. And then as you go past the one where you saw them veer right, it's the last door on the right. They're in there, you can hear their voices talking, and they're kind of huddled around a table. And when you continue down this hall, it bends a little bit, and then you find a similar, like last time, there's a room where they've got some storage units, almost like lockers and boxes and stuff on tables. And they have random items, like they probably pulled them off the prisoners and just tossed them in there. And then as you continue down this hallway, you hear...
But mostly I'm just worried about Mary. She was my pteranodon, and I don't know if anyone's gonna be feeding her or what she's gonna do. I'm worried that she's gonna break out and fly away.
oh,
Oh?
You hear another voice say, "Oh, I'm sure she'll..." Oh, not that voice. You say,
Oh no! We've been betrayed.
"Oh, I'm sure she'll be fine."
The blue guy.
No, he's not the blue guy. He's not there, you guys. You silly. I only have 3 voices I can do. Let me put a different accent on it. I'll say,
The man of many voices.
"This is a very troubling situation."
Oh, Brian! He's dead, damn it.
I'm gonna peek in that room. Peek
You
in.
see, in the first cage on the left is Gumley. He's talking to the one next to him, which is it's a human. And then across from them is empty, and next to them is empty. So that's the first three on the left. On the right, across from them, is just one cage is full, and it has a it has an orc inside of it, and he's huddled in the corner by himself, looking grumpy.
Mr. Grumpy Pants.
Okay. I want to go find a key.
Okay. I mean, best guess, it's probably on one of these scientist people in one of the rooms. You remember from last time there were some guards, but you would probably have to go into one of the rooms to find them.
Okay. Just looking up spells, because I'm about to fuck shit up. Or myself. You know, whatever. Might die.
One must always fuck oneself up, of course.
How many guards are in this room?
There are no guards in this immediate vicinity. You're going to guess that they were in the laboratory rooms.
Well, that's what I was going back to, because I want to find a key.
Okay.
So, like...
You're actually going to walk inside the rooms?
I'm invisible.
Okay. Then I'm going to say it'll be when you're heading back, it's going to be second on the right, which is the middle room. And it is, there's these two guards sitting there chilling. And it looks like they're supposed to be on duty, but they're just playing hooky.
Are they within 15 feet of each other?
Definitely.
So, first, pick up my die off the floor. Knocked it down with my... Then...
Step 2, drink some orange juice.
Eat some chips.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go get orange juice now.
Orange juice and beer?
Tasty.
Beer mosa.
Yeah. Don't you know, Brian?
And here I thought you liked the finer things in life.
God.
It's a hazy IPA from Deschutes.
Mm.
Ooh, I'm drinking a Asahi.
Nope, don't know what that is.
It's a Japanese beer.
Oh. What are you doing, Hazelnut? Just hanging out?
She's gonna keep trying to listen into what Jean-Claude is talking about.
Okay, yeah. So they're talking about the Port Authority still, and you hear them discussing some. Let's see. Mostly they're just irritated, and they're kind of wondering what's going to become of you guys now that they burned down your headquarters and where where you might be next. They talk about how they want to put spies on you, but it's difficult to find you now. They're kind of they're complaining about how the higher ups didn't really think this plan through. And they wished that things could be better organized. And you hear one of the scientists say, "Well, I heard that they just made a new one in high water. Sounds like they're spreading." And he says, "Well, I hope they spread themselves too thin, because it'll be easier to take them down."
Oh, I feel so bad.
He's gonna try to sneak into the room.
Okay. You see, it's two scientists and him, and they're gathered around this table. And the two scientists are currently working with these utensils, doing almost like these surgical procedures as they stand over this body of a. It's kind of a mix between an orc and a. I'll say it's a mix between an orc and a lion.
What the hell?
What?
It's an orc, but it's got like these long, like lion paws and claws, and it's got this big long tail.
Aww.
That's not an orc lion, Irene.
No.
Me.
Your character's too cute not to draw. But also, that's creepy, Brian. What the fuck?
Okay, so she will have probably heard enough at this point, so she's gonna try to stealth her way past the room and find someone else.
Did you succeed on finding that spell, Ginger?
Yeah. I accidentally kicked my mic plug and unplugged myself. So when I explained everything, you didn't hear me. Because I'm an idiot.
Oh no.
I was trying to cast Bane on the guards.
Oh, okay. Did you succeed? What do I gotta roll? Wisdom?
It is a charisma save.
Oh, that's right. First was a 13, second was a 3.
Both fail.
All right. So it's going to be -4 to their what?
They must
D4.
roll a D8 and subtract that from any attack roll or saving throw for 1 whole minute.
Holy shit.
Did you cast it at a high level?
That's first level.
I could have sworn it was a D4.
I think you're wrong, Brian.
Oh, no, it is a D4. Where did
Oh.
I get a D8 from? Maybe I wrote it down at a high level. My bad.
So,
I'm not sure.
are you going to
It is
attack these
D4
guys,
though.
or
You'll see.
when will I see? Because that might be the next step.
Well, I mean, yes, I'm going to, but do they know that I cast Bane on them? Because it doesn't hurt them.
No, I don't think they'd have any idea.
Okay, then my next step is Burning Hands. Are they sitting within 15 feet of each other?
Yeah.
I light them bitches up. They can make a dex save.
How kind of you allowing them a dex save.
Probably disadvantage since you're invisible.
It's up to you.
All of them do have a -D4, though.
Yeah. Shit.
So the first one got a 16, even with the, or no, disadvantage. So it was a 15. And the second one got a -2.
Neither of those reach my spell save DC. So they both take 14 damage. As I'm no longer invisible.
Okay.
As a cone, like a 15-foot cone of fire, like shoots out of this tiny, itty-bitty little rodent with a hat.
Hazelnut, you see this two scientists and are archaeological boy react to this noise of men screaming and falling out of chairs and this explosion of flames. They're going to start heading out of the room to see what's going on.
Do I see them from where I'm sitting? I didn't move at all.
Oh, you're still at the entrance?
Yes.
You'd be able to see them when they come out of the room. It's a straight shot.
I'm gonna go move towards the cells, I think.
Okay. So it's 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. They're at the last one to the right from your perspective.
The prisoners or the guards?
Oh, when you say the cells. Oh, it's cells. So you're going to have to cross past the guard's path to get to the cells.
Shit. Okay. Maybe I'll go to the lab then.
Are you doing anything, Hazelnut? Because you were in that room with them.
She's muted. Quick question, are there light bulbs and stuff in here?
There's like lit
No,
lanterns.
I was muted again.
I knew it!
There's like lit lanterns on the walls.
Okay, I was just asking.
Hazelnut,
For reasons.
you were in this room and suddenly these people reacted to the noise and they're going to run out. Is there anything you want to do to react to this?
She's gonna squeak, and then she's gonna squeak like she just got caught by surprise, and then she's gonna follow them out.
Okay. Yeah, they immediately start checking all the laboratories.
She'll drop a love.
And Ginger, you can hear them coming, and I think Butt Stuffins and Kyrene would both hear them as well, and all the commotion.
So I'd like to use if I like peep out the door, can I see where they are?
Oh, they're just kitty corner to you across the hall. They're definitely.
Okay, so I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make an exploding sound farther down the hallway in the other direction.
So there's the direction of the cells, and then there's the direction where you came in originally.
The direction we came in, I guess.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you make this huge thunderous explosion, and they continue down the hall towards where you guys originally came from. They're gonna see you, Kyrene, if you don't.
I'm gonna stealth.
Okay.
I am, because I'm halfling.
Oh my god, I can use thaumaturgy to unlock a door. Literally in the description. I'm so mad, but this is fun. Fuck it.
Okay, Brian, I'm gonna have something dumb.
Damn.
So I have halfling nimbleness and also naturally stealthy. Can I combine those two and stealthily move between the people because they're bigger than me?
That would be. This isn't a very large hallway for you to be hiding right out in plain sight.
Or I could just flip over them.
The best that I could do is you duck inside a room, and when they run past, you continue past them.
Okay, fine. I'll duck into a room.
Okay, so there's this huge explosion behind you. They come running, and you immediately have ducked behind the room, and when they run past, you continue on behind them. And the two guards are going to stand up, and they're going to probably lunge at Ginger when they see what's going on.
Can I try to get away? I don't know how you're working turns, really, so...
I don't know either.
Well, why don't you roll a perception check?
11.
Okay, I don't think you'd see him. So, does a 16 hit your armor class?
Yeah.
Okay. You get hit with 6 bludgeoning damage as one of these guys cracks you in the back with just a fist.
Ow! Who punches a guinea pig in a hat?
What the fuck?
You're lucky he didn't kick you.
Brian.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's rude, Brian.
I'm about to summon my barcast. Fuck you guys.
All right, if we're going to get a fight, let's roll initiative. It's not going to be a very long fight. There's only 2 guys.
Ooh, I got a 19.
When Hazelnut sees this,
Excellent. Can I say that Kyrene's gone into where the guards would be?
You can get there by now.
Okay. I got a 21 for initiative.
Oh wait, I am my rat boy.
You are Rat Boy.
We are all rat boy.
No, I'm not Rat Boy.
Rat boy genius. Rats have better dexterity than I do. Plus 0's better than -3, so 16 initiative.
Hazelnut.
right. So she would like to the guy.
No, I'm
she,
sorry.
I don't know. She's
I'm
kind of
asking
like.
for your... I didn't catch your initiative.
Okay, so that is gonna be. Oh, that's actually really good. Hang on. My initiative bonus. It's gonna be a 22.
Oh, jeez. Okay, then yes. Hazelnut.
You beat me by 1. Damn.
So she is gonna drop her wild shape. And I'm assuming she's just like right behind these guys, so she's just gonna like, hello there, General Kenobi. So
Did you go towards the guards in the room, or did you follow the scientists out?
she went towards the guards, and she just went like, shoop, like behind them.
Okay.
Because she saw them punch me.
Because friends don't punch friends, Brian.
You'd be surprised.
They weren't friends. She set them on fire. Are you taking an action?
Wait. Never mind. I'm confused. She's still in the doorway. Sorry. I get confused. I'm sorry. I got the guards and the scientists mixed up.
Oh, I see.
So she's gonna finally drop her wild shape and go. Just go, Ginger! Why?
I wanted the keys.
That's very strange coming from a rodent in a hat, but I can't really talk.
Well, we have to get going free, right?
Okay, so sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear you. Cut out.
I said, well, we have to get everybody free, right?
Technically, she is right. Let's just take care of them before the scientists come back.
I think that's probably as much as you can possibly get in while these guards try to stand up and
Sorry.
recover, dust themselves off.
Yeah.
Are you taking an action?
Yes, she's going to look at the guards and say, she's gonna look at the cards and just go, well, sorry, fellas, and she's gonna cast, Entangle. And they need to make a strength saving throw.
Oops. 5 and 7 turns into. That's a 7 and a 9.
Nope. So they are entangled in thorny vines. No damage, just hell. And she will turn and sort of like face down the hallway, waiting for the scientists to come back.
So the scientists disappeared down the tunnel that you guys originally came in. That brings us to Kyrene.
Really? Do we really want to kill these guys?
Yup.
Okay.
You can't ask me.
Well, from what I was hearing, they're going to try to send out spies to find us, so...
Good point. Okay, we'll kill them. I am going to attack with a punch. It's a 10 hit.
A 10?
Yeah.
It hits one of them.
Okay. Let's see. I need a D6. That one takes 7 points of damage. Let's see. Do another attack. Oh my god. 12 to hit again. I guess I'll just punch the same one.
The first one the first one drops when you do that first attack.
Oh my god, okay. 6 damage to the other one.
6?
Yep.
He drops too.
Cool.
Okay, well, that's taken care of.
Her fire did a good number on these guys.
Yay. Well, if it got to my turn and they were still up, I was gonna poison spray, and that's 2d12 poison damage.
That's a good amount of damage.
As far as you guys can tell, the footsteps disappeared down this hall, and you can't really hear them anymore. And it seems like nobody else is here.
Okay, let's grab the keys. Let's go.
Yeah,
Has anyone seen Richland?
Richland was
So
back at the cells, I think.
Are we out of combat now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run back to the cells and thaumaturgy the doors open. You know, that cantrip that I forgot I had.
So you're telling me you didn't actually have to kill people?
It doesn't work if the doors are locked, so you'd still need the keys.
Really?
Yep.
It said locked door.
Does it?
Yeah. It says, you create one of the following effects. Your voice booms 3 times as loud. You cause flames to flicker and change for 1 minute. You cause harmless tremors for 1 minute. You create harmless sound within range. You cause... Oh, okay. Unlocked door or window to fly open. I thought it said you cause a locked door or window to fly open. Okay, so no. You still need keys. So we get the keys and we go unlock the fucking doors.
Oh! I recognize you. You're from the Dolby Inn.
Hi, Gimli.
What are you doing here?
Not eating the cheese at Dolby.
Saving your ass.
Hello, Doc.
Squeak, squeak.
Oh, I forgot you're not a doctor.
I recognize that rat anywhere.
Does he have a hat too? Please.
Are
tell
you
me
guys
he
gonna
has a
open
hat.
up the orcs too?
I don't know. Should we?
We might as well save them all. Cause them more issues.
I think the orc's going to stand up and kind of saunter out. He doesn't seem to
Saunter.
have much regard for you guys.
Saunter, god damn it. Fucking Saunter, no!
Alright, he canters out.
Damn it, Brian.
We need to get out of here. I don't think. I can't. From what I can tell, I was next.
Ugh.
They've already locked me down and talked to me about all these questions. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Next for what?
Something about a port authority. I didn't even know Torrington had a port authority.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, about that.
Everyone just has a badge.
Everyone love their own badges.
He quickly starts making his way down the tunnel, and he actually veers to the right when he gets to your entrance. There's like 3 directions you could go, and the scientist went down the main way if he'd gone straight. But he turns to the right, and he says,
This is where I came in. He says, I think this will take us back to Torrington.
Okay, let's go.
Alright.
all
Sounds
right.
good to me.
Then that's where we'll stop, and when next we return, we can be back to normal again.
You sure?
Yeah, we'll have snowball fights, sledding,
Talk to every single NPC ever.
getting trapped in paintings.
I don't want to talk about it.
Blowing people out of giant towers, even though the people didn't do anything and they were innocent.
And us.
They were up to something, Brian.
Yeah,
You
they
just
were
don't
know
up
what
to no
next.
good.
They were up to about 2 stories, 3 stories.
3
They were
stories.
gonna
You
cause-
said that it was like 200 feet.
Okay, that's great. So maybe 10 stories.